Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Vahan and More. So today's review is going to be on Creta, Hyundai Creta. So I'm going to meet Mr. Anand and check out this car. So come over and let's hear from him in terms of his experience for the last 2 years. I think it's a 2021 model. So let's go and hear from him. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm just going to meet Mr. Anand. Hi Anand, how are you? Thanks for the interview. So this is your car, right? This is a Creta 2021 model?
2021 model.
Okay, which month?
This is Feb 2022.
Okay, so 2021, and this is the SX version what we're going to review today. Okay, so how many kilometers you've done?
It's about 8,800.
8,800 kilometers. So okay, so let's maybe do a short drive and then
Absolutely.
just check out. So what we'll do is we'll just go for a short drive and then check out all the characteristics, how your experience with this particular vehicle, dealership, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Come.
Cool. Hey, thank you Nanda for having me here.
Okay.
Before we get started, I want to thank you for the incredible work that you are doing.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been following your channel for I think quite some time, and it's fascinating to see the kind of approach that you have taken, right?
Thank you.
Particularly being the owner's first approach, wherein you kind of get the reviews off the ground and share it with everyone.
Okay.
I'm sure it must be helping.
That's the objective actually, so that people want to buy a car. So probably when they look at it, when they go and buy a new car from and hear from the dealership, not dealership guy is typical sales guy, right?
Absolutely.
But then when you hear from the owner, obviously you get little more convincing, reasons and go and buy a car, right? So that is the idea. Okay, thank you so much. So Anand, welcome and thanks for this interview. Everyone, welcome to my channel Vahan and More. So today I'm sitting in Creta reviewing this 2021 model, Feb 2021 model, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so typically we know that in this channel we have some parameters on which we talk to the owners and get this vehicle reviewed. The objective of this is also to help the others who are buying a new vehicle, an update of this or whatever it is, they get a clear idea in terms of how this vehicle is doing in the long term, right?
Absolutely.
So right now, for example, how many kilometers you've done on
It's
this?
about 8,800 kilometer, Nanda.
Okay, 8,800 kilometers.
So not a avid rider.
That's fine, but that's good enough to, I'm sure, to review as well, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's not a new vehicle. At the same time, it's run some distance, so we can get some feedback. So first and foremost thing, Anand, what was your previous vehicle? I think it was Maruti, right?
It was Maruti Creta. So
Maruti Creta. Okay. So now, owning obviously it's a big shift, obviously, right? So we will not talk about that part, but from the dealership experience and owning a Maruti vehicle to owning now a Hyundai vehicle, what's your experience?
No, absolutely.
Dealership wise, cost wise, service wise, and so on.
So dealership wise, absolutely, great experience.
Both the places?
I got it from Pawan Hyundai, Kanakpura Road.
Okay.
Again, back then, there was a lot of queue, there was a lot of waiting, and this guy kind of delivered me well before the other dealers.
Okay.
So pretty smooth experience. In terms of other experience, one thing that I realized in the last 3 years, I did not even visit any of the garage or any of the service station for any of the issues.
Okay.
So it has been absolutely
problem-free vehicle.
Problem-free, smooth and efficient experience so far.
Okay, great. Okay. So, and obviously that time you would have had some waiting time as well to get this vehicle?
Yes.
How many months
the waiting time was about a month and a half. Okay. So it's not much, right? Even now I think it's almost the same thing. And with this now new update coming on 16th January, 15th or 16th January, they're planning to release this launch as well as release. Okay, so that's something which they're doing, and there are some updates coming. We'll discuss that. So you said you don't have an issue with the dealership as well as the vehicle right now. It's problem free right until now, right? Absolutely.
And so what difference you find between a Maruti vehicle and this one, Hyundai?
It is very smooth, very smooth. One thing that I realize is,
the experience, the driving experience is much more pleasure than smooth than Ritz.
Okay, Ritz. Okay.
So particularly, again, see, it's
a class difference actually.
Class difference. Plus, I will not do justice when I compare because it is this is automatic.
How about service experience?
Service have been absolutely top notch so far.
Okay.
Right, pickup drop is available. Right. I did not have any issues wherein they kind of called out any issues. If there are little here and there little issues, my filter had to get changed, but they took care of it without me kind of
no issues. Similarly, I'm sure in Maruti also your service must have been okay.
Maruti's service, I will say this vehicle service has been top notch. I mean, so you definitely better than Maruti. Definitely.
Okay, so basically you say Hyundai's service is much better than Maruti. Okay, okay. And so this vehicle you bought in February 2021. So you've done city driving obviously, plus also long drives. And hill drives.
Not much of hill drives.
Not hill drives as such. Okay. So how this vehicle behaved on highways?
Highways, at least I did not. Earlier I was thinking maybe with the fully loaded one I might run into issues in pickup and other things, but it has been smooth so far.
Okay.
And they have this drive option
multiple drive options you have.
Multiple drive option. One of them is sports mode, which is more like a turbo mode sort of thing.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But then I never had to use that.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Fine. So which means whatever the eco mode or what is the mode is called?
This is eco mode.
Eco mode, right? So that is more than enough for you to drive around the city as well as highways. Okay. And 5 of you traveled and you didn't have any issues as such. Okay. Fantastic. That is fine. This is a 1.5 liter petrol automatic.
Yes.
6-speed. Okay. And hill drive you said you didn't do, but even then whatever reviews I have seen as well, people have said that it's pretty responsive and good. Power is damn good. No issues at all in higher hills as well. Right. So in terms of service cost, are you good in terms of service cost? Is it reasonable, or do you think there is something which we can give feedback to Hyundai?
Not really. So I just had one. See, first 2 were free. Right, first 2 years were free. Third year is when I got it done. It was very reasonable.
Very reasonable. What did it cost like?
Very. It was less than 5K.
Less than 5K.
Getting all the oil filter change, brake filter change, cooler change, and there was a little, the AC filter.
Okay. So that's nice actually. So which means, because there are a lot of believe that Hyundai service cost now is Kia also same thing, right? Cousins, their costs are slightly on the higher side now. So you're saying you're comfortable, and you said service is top notch. There's no issue, right? Okay. And vehicle wise, power delivery is not an issue for you. Highway, did you find any rolling hilling?
It was lot stable.
Lot stable. Okay.
And I did touch, and in fact yesterday while I had gone to Hassan, I did touch 140. So absolutely no wobbling. It was lot more stable. And I think the whole dynamics, the way it is created, that has been sort of taken.
Okay, fantastic. So this vehicle is an SX as such, and it has a couple of airbags. I can see definitely. And it's a GN-Cap 3-star rated car right now, but there are some updates coming up in the next year, that is which of course has got all that ADAS and other things, right? ADAS level 2 is what they've talked about, which is good from safety mechanism. And then I think all versions come with airbags, 6 airbags now. That is standard. Something they started out with Hyundai Exter, right? That's mini SUV or compact SUV they call. There the base version itself they started introducing 6 airbags. Okay, so I think that's going to be the same standard going forward. So the one which is coming up on January 15th, 2024 also starts with 6 airbags from the base variant itself, right? So okay, so that's one thing. So who else drives in your family apart from you?
It's my wife drives. Again, not much, little bit of city driving here and there.
Okay,
but it's primarily me.
Primarily you. Okay, fine. So that's good. What are mileage you're getting out of this?
Mileage, the one it shows up here is about 11 to 12 in city, but I'm assuming it will be at least about, should be getting 10. in city.
10. Okay, 10.
Which is
okay.
decent enough. With AC.
Okay, and long obviously would have got
long it showed yesterday. It showed me 14.5, so I'm assuming it is 12.5.
Okay, so it's about 30. I think that's a promised mileage, and a lot of people have also got about 13 to 15, depending upon the driving habits and the terrain and so on, right? So that's good enough for a 1.5 liter petrol automatic engine vehicle, right? So AC is pretty good. I mean, I can feel that.
Yes.
And the raw NVH levels are fantastic. Absolutely no sound I can hear from inside the cabin, right? We are on the busy road. It's pretty insulated, very well insulated.
Yes.
You said stability wise there's no issue as far as the vehicle is concerned, which I think I agree with you, because that's the kind of review and feedback from other owners as well. The suspension is on the softer side, as a little bit on the softer side. So did you take it on off-roading or rough roads and see how it behaves? We will do very soon, right?
Yeah,
now.
we will do that, but I feel they could have done that little better in terms of suspension.
Yeah.
Possibly when we do that, possibly you will be able to contemplate better.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I believe that feedback has gone through and they've modified slightly, but at the same time they don't want to have it too rough, too stiff or too soft. So they've taken it to the middle level. So that's a new ones which they have talked about. So I guess it's a very balanced suspension. I would probably put it that way. Okay.
Okay.
So. Are there what are nice things you liked about this car? 3 things, and 3 things where you think, oh, maybe I would love to have this feature, but it's not there in this car.
See, let me start with something that I would have wanted. Right? One thing that I see here, the infotainment system that they have here.
Yes.
This could have been better.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
This could have been
better. This is an 8-inch right now. 8-inch which is there, and it's an wireless Android and auto, or
it's a wireless Android auto, and the speaker could have been better. They have this 4-door speaker for 4 doors.
Okay,
and that's one thing I think they could have done better.
Okay, which is already coming up, or it's there in the newer versions. Okay, and what is the speaker make? It is all Bose.
These are Bose.
Yeah, and right now they are talking about it's got 8 speakers. It's a sound system. Right, and okay, so what else?
Few things, like few little things that they could have done better is steering, right? Considering my height, at times I need to sort of move it.
Oh, okay, it's not adjustable right now?
Steering is not adjustable.
Okay.
My seats also, again, while they are horizontally adjustable, but vertically they are not.
Adjustment is not there.
Right.
Okay.
That thing they could have done better. Again, I'm sure with ADAS, possibly will be fixing that as well.
Yeah. So I think they've heard your feedback, looks like, because most of it what you talked about is already there, coming up, or is there in the new models, including the I think the driver, the latest one is coming with the driver electrically adjustable seat adjustments. Okay, both forward and backward and height adjustment as well.
This one is manual.
Yeah. So that's going to be power adjusted right now. And the passenger part, I think Seltos, it was not there, the one which I reviewed last time. So it's being the same cousins, right? I guess it's the same thing, I suspect. And on the infotainment system, again, there is a difference. It's a 10.25 is what's being talked about right now, with all the spy shots what is coming out, whereas in the Seltos what is there right now also same 10.25 it is. So the same upgrade is going to come here. So the same thing is going to come in the new one, is what everyone is talking about, 10.25 infotainment system. So I guess a lot of platform sharing is happening between the Seltos and Hyundai. So that way whatever you talked about is there in the new models, which
that's
are going to
great to hear.
Yeah. So that's there. And apart from that, there's also another engine. Right now, for example, this is a 1.5 liter. You have a petrol as well as a diesel engine, right?
Right.
Now, there's another one which is being talked about, which is the turbo engine, 1.5 liter petrol turbo engine, and it generates about 158 bhp. This is 115 bhp.
Yeah, 113, absolutely.
113, Yes. So 113, other one is 116 or something it is for the diesel, and 250 Nm torque. And whereas the new one, which is about the turbo one, is going to generate about 158.
Wow, that's
so I just called up the sales guy today. the Hyundai, our outer ring road guy, he didn't want to give all the information, whereas the internet of course has the information that it is coming up. So it looks like that's going to be coming, and which will give more options, right? So there you can see that. Yeah, exactly. I can feel it. Okay.
Yeah, the suspense is good, right?
Yeah, but I think they've taken it to a middle level right now, so which means the newer versions probably, it will be a little more comfortable. But yeah, I think it's not bad. It is stable.
Well, it's not bad.
Stable. Yeah, it's stable. Yeah, exactly. So I said the infotainment system is changing, and then the front fascia and the back part is getting changed. The front, obviously, it's been influenced by another SUV, which they have in this, I think, in the abroad, not here in India. Okay, and the front fascia is changing, as well as it's equipped with a 360-degree camera and the ADAS level 2 safety inbuilt as such. And then the back, the tail is becoming a connected tail light. So which means you have the entire tail light connected, which is the in thing right now. Everyone talks about it, right? So that's something which they're talking about. Okay, right? Okay, great. So we talked about the mileage, and then we talked about your comfortness and highways and city, and then service costs we covered. We said you're pretty happy about Hyundai. I think this is a common. No wonder it's a very popular brand with Indian masses, right? The Hyundai brand. And similarly now we have the cousin, which is the Kia Motors, right? Okay, so you talked about also the good things as well as what you wanted, which I think already been given in this new updates, right?
Just on the summary of the good things, Nanda, what I realized is this is the car value for money.
Value for money.
The kind of features that I get, the panoramic sunroof, the interiors itself are of decent quality.
Always Hyundai is known for good interior quality.
Yes.
So I think even if you take the base model, Hyundai's, the interiors are always much better. Right. Always much better that way. It's just that the safety now with the Hyundai Verna getting a clean 5. Now that will start rubbing into all the other models as well. So then they will start ensuring that the remaining models also attain the same 5-star rating, which will be a good thing, because the Hyundai Verna's 5 star is a great development for Hyundai, and so they scored a clean 5 recently, so that will translate to all the modules as well. Okay, so that's nice. Now what we'll do is we'll probably park in one corner and then just do a quick interior video. So Anand, basically another question I want to ask you is any aftermarket additions after you bought the vehicle?
So I put an extra mat here. This is one thing that I got done.
Okay.
Other than that, I haven't done anything. One thing that I realized I should have done is upgraded my headlights.
Right, okay. A lot of complaints on the headlights as such, okay. So what exactly is the problem with the headlights?
So what I realize is nighttime, the visibility on the low beam is not good enough.
The intensity of the light is not sufficient.
Right.
Okay.
They say this has about 60 watt lights.
Okay.
That which typically 100 watt is one thing that I would recommend.
I think a lot of people have upgraded the headlight as such, right?
That's one thing.
There's one common complaint, and hopefully the new model which is coming in addresses that. But consistent feedback which I saw from a lot of people was that the headlight is definitely a problem. And night times, right? Okay, so how do you manage? So you basically, when you go on high speeds, then you find that the light is not sufficient, so you need to slow down, kind of
absolutely
thing, right?
Slow down, and at times move to high beam, and again
okay, exactly. What other any other issues, like any wiper issues? Somebody had talked about some wiper also. Quality was little bit.
Quality wiper, I will show you. This is one thing. It is not very good.
Okay.
See, it is not very clean.
It's not clean. Yeah, I can see all the traces of the water. Okay, so it's not cleanly wiping it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one thing. Okay. Other than that, I think
any otherwise you have the panoramic sunroof.
Panoramic sunroof for this price at that time, trust me, it was absolutely.
It's voice enabled completely.
It's voice enabled.
How many languages have you tested?
I tried only with English.
What about Hindi also?
Hindi I haven't tried.
Why haven't you tried now? There's a full panoramic sunroof, which is good. And how often you use this?
This I don't use it often.
Okay, why?
See, I'll tell you, if I had to use, I have my iPhone connected, I'll use the Alexa. Alexa is lot better.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Now I'm asking whether have you used your sunroof often?
Sunroof, I use it often with the kids around.
Okay.
Use it often.
Okay. So it's fun.
It's fun. So at least my
Yeah.
kids
So
will
with the
ensure
kids,
that it
obviously
doesn't
this
go
opens. So
beyond.
when you're traveling out stations in the city, are you using this?
City we don't use often because of the pollution. But again, in the outskirts is when they will use hardly for 10-15 minutes. I make sure the wires are all are there.
So
Are
you get
any
more light and it's more airy. The cabin feels more airy, right? Okay, so that's good. So Anand, one more thing is when you decided to buy this Hyundai Creta, I'm sure you would have tested some of the competition vehicles, right? For example, it could be a Seltos or it could be Skoda Kushaq and so on. So did you try other vehicles or you just went and bought Creta directly?
No, as you rightly said, Nanda, that Seltos is the close competitor to this.
Okay.
And I did try out Seltos. One thing back then I realized was the Seltos did not have panoramic sunroof.
Okay.
I'm sure they have it now.
They have it.
That's one thing. Second thing that I realized was the interior finishing
was much better.
Is much better here.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the key thing that I sort of and obviously the other thing which I thought was the service.
Okay.
The service and the spare part availability and the maintenance of the car.
Okay.
Right? Overall must be lot better on Hyundai than
main factor, right? Any other vehicle other than that?
No, I don't remember. I did try Tata Harrier then, but Tata Harrier I thought is lot bigger than 4.3. It's again 5-seater, 4.3. It's bigger, lot bigger.
Okay, fine. So that's two vehicles you compared and then went for this.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let's do an interior quick video. I'm sure there's a lot of detailed video on the internet, but I'll just do a quick coverage of this one. My main purpose is also to show what are the changes which is coming up in the new one as well, so that there is a kind of comparison which happens to the people who want to buy as such, right? Okay, so here we go with the interior video. Thank you.